we are able to keep time and depart here at the scheduled time. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. I proceed to the next part of our program, and I invite Thabo Moikangwa from the Police and Civil Rights Union Pop Crew to give us a tribute. Vuyo Mdi, Amanda, Martha, and my mother, who was a kitchen girl, and my father. SACP, viva! Viva COSATU, viva! Long live the spirit of non-surrenders, long live! Long live the spirit of Comrade Vuyo, long live! Hop crew, Thank you very much, Program Director, the Premier of Free State, Baruti Bagaba Khabani, the bereaved families, management of South African Police Services. We received with shock disbelief this sad news that Comrade Vuyo is no more. Bommele bontate, ho lahlehelwa ke leponesa. Ho lahlehelwa ke leponesa. Ke koduo e kgolo. Comrade Vuyo, ibile leponesa le itshupileng. Obona ngwana wa hao kgotsa ntate wa lelapa joina sponisa hona le code ya e signa. That code le state president ha e sign. State president ha kena ka office ori I will lead this country faithfully. But the Leponesa, hale pass out amani college lenkakan ore ke tla sireletsa ba ahi bana haina ha o tla ore ke lahlele ke bophelo ba ka ha o be jwalo. Comrade Vuyo o phetse ho ya ka kano ya hae. Me ke rata hore ke bue le lona maponesa a haeso jalo ka ha Solomon Mahlangu a kila bua a re, Mama, go back to my people and tell them that I love them. My blood will nourish the trees that will bear the fruits of freedom. Comrade Vuyo is saying to you, the protectors who are here, don't be afraid. Keep on protecting our people. Keep on protecting the senior people of this country. Keep on protecting any person who needs protection in this country. Skabawari, ke tshaba o kena tseleng ya N1 hobane Comrade Vuyo o na fella mona. Go out and do what is expected of you. Bommel bontate, Vuyo ho fihla ha esponisei ho fihlella today ke motho ya phelang ka re o dinyewe. Ha ke soka ke fumana file e beuwe tafoleng ya ka ba re tsamaya o ye mane ko VIP protection. Vuyo o di bakile. Vuyo ha etsa mosebetsi wa hae. He did his job until the last day. O robala boroko ba o qetela antsa fasitse dieta tsa hae a theowetse. Haria muthwana ka Samuel re pata background ya hae. Vuyo o tsamaya antsa a rwetse dibutsu tsa hae ale on duty. Me ke rata hore ke re ho lona Pope Cree e romela molaetsa ona ho lona maponesa a rona ore dibutsu tsa lona ha di dule di fasuwe. Really, Pope Cree, to the family, Rare, we are going to come back after the funeral. Re tlo buisana. Re na le letlole leo re fang bana ba ngwana le mong ho bana ba bafu ba rona. Re na le letlole la di bursaries. Re tlo khutlela le lapeng la Mdi. Re tlo shebisana le bona. Me e tla re ha re tloa moo re be re tloa re file ngwana bursary ya hore a ye sekolong. Bomme le bontate, ka lebaka la nako ke tla ba mokgutshwane haholo. ke utlwile ke sejwa ka morao ba re a jwale e fihlile nako jwale ke qetella ke rata hore ke re ho setjhaba sa Yesu a re tshehetseng malapana a mabedi a hlahetsweng ke sena amandla awethu. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you very much, Comrade Tate Makgoe. Thank you very much for sending off this soldier in a befitting way. Thank you very much. But Tate Makgoe unjeletse metsotso e robong ke ne ke itse 6 e meng ena ona bina, so don't emulate him, but he ola re tsoseletsa mon. Thank you very much. Let's invite Warrant Officer Semenya, and then Brigadier Mataboge will follow in that order to pay tribute from the South African Police Services.
on your feet. Stand up on your feet. Let's sing.
Maisha msebetsi ke dumedishele monga pleke le na premier wa rona le minister wa re tshetse di atla motshare re modimo a be le bona ka dumedisa ka ofela ka sa ge ba ro ska kgetha o ntse kgetha wa tlhanolla which means a ke le rat ka ofela nna ke le dumedisa ke re modimo a be le lona ke mamo ke le phuti Jackson Menyal nna la utlwa motho a se motho mo ke le international so Ashba, I don't get Kalaka, but the issue with Mara Harry Kinaka Amrella guy, Mutoi Belina Gumpi Pete Mdi Pete Gumpi Mdi. But I look at now, the joining Army 96 year join a military service, Naga one special service battalion, and I School of Armor. It like 1997 transfer to Giza School of Armor. Kira kaka bayal solo mudi henze duji ki bua kakra ba thobanga to gwazu tsosa kara go lipopola tsosa sibet ai ya ba tsabe thata hula ge ke bona mdile nna mbona ra bona ka re makhala tsa tshwana ke ya thoma tla o nna ke tsawe ye ya ba ta bona le nna re thoma bua rona o thaka ke to find out no tswa Belfontein ngwana mo place ke motho wa blomo but ke man wena mara o tshwanetse thala ene la go dimo ya go Kenya kwana maybe by mistake. So, mdi twa mwanzi bicha family ya woka ofela if there's any msebetsi ke be ke tsamale ena unfortunately ena ga zanga ya ga just because go ya ga itshwantswe make sure na le o spiritual gate lo tefela 28 a ke tsela di kae ga ntere so ba etsu la le ntho mo ingutsa botlhogo I have to pass it just because ke bona ke maybe a ke tsela ke trend or what is called but the only thing everybody e part o mongwa rena a tsamaya wa protection ha tsamaile ka tapele rena ya tla bua le ntula re le ska gore bana ba tla thola ntho so at the end of the day after everything has fitile go tla batho ba ba sa where to go eta o tlo tla go nna jeka nna ntatole ya bua mola dilo ke mang I want to help my child so that time motho la lena ke tsela office ya o ka at the end of the day mo ga re le mo re ba tshepisha but instead of re go tlu re dire ka action ga re dire bealo so you guys see mo ga ke batho ya a whole but ke nyaka rectify ona mo because ba ile magalisi ba ile bo motau ba ile those guys they were still going to help their families at the end of the day they didn't receive anything so ntongwe ke nyaka mudi ke berekile na masole utwa mo masoleng ke ge re lapise go bereka ka tanka re ntho re ke tanka e ge o bereka ka tanka le busuro bala ka ra yona ha na mo re ka robala so ge re shakile re rwana mo ponisa le border re ba robala ka ra guest house le rena monna thomer tsamaya and as far as I'm checking this knowledge, please structure mara. We want salary ni nyanu kermana. Oska warta wana kopi. And as far as 2006, kaya ya umthata naga ya bishop all sense. But there PSS the feeder gra hey lo mo thata mo. Da ba re tlo mo so mo gating ai are tle bona. Ai PSS ya hana ka rena re banna re sintse tshete ngata re le train la go le ya. Kana go dira batla ya pop se re batla para buzur para me nyala or Casper. Then we went to training VIP until everything have a hand. story se ngwe le go botsa ka sona na botsa le masole ile and a sort of section ha le go tlwa that rate ma dithavena I'm sure ka bo 1 2 3 twas o bena ngwanya no monga section ya le khala ba re ke mile se le na ka section ya ka no normal goa ba re topa le thusha maponisa banna wena just because o be re ka kwa go thushe modibe backup ya hae ra rate di tavern ra tsena tavern ngwe ka bo mathu ngwana ba re ke mile so a better ntato mo a good guy. That guy, I'm a professional by teacher. Man said, no, there's a soldat egg, full of folk. Get to I raised a beer until I had a fit one report or something to consolidate everything. The report I go JTech. There's no BS. The guy that was while in charge of police saying, Abita Vuyo Mdi, please, no hand everything to you. You are mad. So they are arrested. One of the men said, "I are two whole one. Are corporate as well banfariale. I can't hear tell ma. Yo, I saw you. Within a second, but police are doing one alcohol to relay. Yo, you did that. That time when we just section is section, please, these people must up from the track. Somebody sell straight. Every paper that they don't get selling. So by so take it about Mdi the way that's the way he was. Even to my Gokoveja, he never ever went to negative towards you. But there was a really gazeba. But since long, that guy, unfortunately, because I hang a feel and one I got feel and got slow control. And then that's a degree, but that degree, I can't make him most of one time, my brother. Leaning to get our office near house, but unfortunately, that thing I have petal. Adult security, whereas under security, which means this guy qualify or I got any department to have maybe security purposes, but that will never be useful. Man, Jack will go so. I just like to tell you, guy, no, Pelaga and Gabaka and Gabaka and Gadera, but Mudimus and Nago, Ura. The baby will let him as some Abaji. Nagohabi, Tilianos, Amelie as a problem with Tabaholo Narena, Harrison out at the Rala. When I mean, Usalikai was Ama. So Harry Mutabis Barazama, Amukelins, Solo Shadab Pillow short, anytime is tea time. Come on, Jogger Ravala Hos and Vuyo Mdi, Calabija visualize because always see, Yanela Skaginabu got Pity. I'll tell you what about this guy. My love people Jean, Jabo Mama got Kitcheni, which means a lot of time. That is why I was Halevad. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Program Director. Honorable Minister of Basic Education, Ma'am Angel Matseha, the Premier of the Province, Premier Kodise Dukwana, the established protocol, fellow monarchs, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. Allow me to greet you all. I'm Brigadier Motabuchi. I'm representing the Division Protection and Security Services. I've been requested to come and pay tribute to our fallen colleague. I greet you with sadness and humility as we bid farewell to our dearly departed colleague and brother. Today marks a sombre occasion as subs we bleed tears of blue as we unite in sadness. Today we celebrate the lives and times of Warrant Officer Mdi. We salute the courageousness and commitment of Warrant Officer Mdi. Our brothers and sisters in blue leaves behind a broken family and devastated colleagues. South African Police Services, Protection and Security Services in particular, has been dealt a great blow. Warrant Officer Mdi exemplified what it means to serve in the South African Police Services. The calling to protect and serve and perform his duties with passion. Resolute commitment and passion that the late Tate Makgoe bore testimony to until. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to quote a poem from Maya Angelou. I quote, "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breaths away," close quote. To the Mdi family, friends, colleagues, fellow mourners, Vuyo brought love, joy, and laughter. His legacy lives on in you. The tears you shed today bear testament and embraces the moments that he took your breath away. We have all experienced him differently, be it as a husband, be it a father, a son, a brother, a friend, a colleague, or a police officer. We will not forget his valuable contribution. Warrant Officer Mdi joined the South African Police Services as a constable in 2007, serving as a static protector. He was later promoted to the rank of sergeant in 2010, and again he was promoted in 2018 to the rank of warrant officer, having been serving as a close protector since 2016. He was a decorated police officer, having been awarded the following awards: the Soccer World Cup Award, the Centenary Medal, SAPS 10-year Loyal Service Medal. Warrant Officer Mdi understood the importance of self-development and empowerment. He empowered himself through education. He obtained a national diploma in 2014 of security risk management. And in 2018, he proceeded to obtain an advanced diploma in security management. Let us remember Warrant Officer Mdi as a very committed and loyal member. Let us support their devoted and loving wives and children. Let us stand in camaraderie for what they lived for. Let us remember their humility, respect, kindness, forgiveness, and courage. That I'm referring to Warrant Officer Mdi as well as Tate Makgoe. To the Mdi family, thank you for sharing your son with us as subs. To his wife, for his sake, turn again to life and smile, nerving thy heart. Complete thy dear unfinished task of mine, and I, perchance, may within comfort you. To his friends, continue watering the garden of wisdom and knowledge that he bestowed upon us. Think of him as living in the heart of those he touched. For nothing loved is ever lost, and he was loved so much. And I want to appeal also to our colleagues of employee health and wellness. Let us continue to give aftercare to the families of our fallen members, as well as their colleagues. To his colleagues, carry the baton forward with pride, diligence, and vigor. For we as subs heed the call for duty. Warrant Officer Mdi, herewith I salute. Go and rest. Thank you. Thank you, Premier.
Time is not on our side. Time is not on our side. I'm going to call a number of fraternal organizations in the education sector, and I'm becoming gradually stricter with time. So please, you can see our program is slightly longer, but we still want to conclude it at the scheduled time. So please, let's respect time. Let's try to be short but succinct and be able to deliver the message that we want to deliver. I call upon Mr. Khotso Skuman, from the CEO of Kagiso Capital, Reverend Dean Zo, Kagiso Shanduga Trust, Mr. Neo Mahlaku, President of Convocation.
Thank you. Condolences to the Premier and the Provincial Executive Council, to the Minister and the team at National, deep condolences. We know this is a big loss for all of us in this country. I wanted them to play a song that Aspelelang. And I think it is quite important when I look at all of us in this hall. It reminds me when we come together and celebrate the performance of our schools and the province. The reason why that song is important is that, unfortunately, we will always miss him. Just a short verse, please.
Shot to Tate, Aspelela, 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 shot to Tate, Aspelela, 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 shot to Tate, Aspelela,
I think we will always miss him. I also want to remind us, we're bidding farewell to somebody that sometimes when we celebrate, we're saying Bosoke Man, Bosoke Tate. And I thought I should steal words from Madeleine Albright that says, we're all going to pass on one day, but some of us are going to do something about it. MEC, because you did something about it, the future of many black youth in the Free State was safe. Those words are quite important because they remind all of us we only have so much time in this world. And the time we have in this world, we should use it to be able to make a difference in the life of ordinary people. I had an amazing opportunity to have some deep discussions with the MEC. When we have events, the MEC will always talk about the black child. There is no speech that the MEC would not use the black child more than 5 times. And I wanted to note from the MEC, but why are you so obsessed about the idea of the black child? And this is what the MEC said to me. The that he was inspired by the love of mothers who, despite the limited opportunities and deferred dreams, they dared to believe, they dared to care, and act for the sake of their own souls and the souls of their children and communities. The MEC said, because the only hope black children have in this country is to make our schools work. If our schools don't work, those kids that are sitting on top have no hope of going forward with their lives. And I think that was quite a deep statement that the MEC shared with me. I also want to say to the team that this is what the MEC would say to the HOD and the team, particularly the district team, that you've got this. You and the partners in the private sector are in the process of developing a model for this country that will change township schools and rural schools. The MEC has always had a belief that he doesn't want to see the results of the Free State being carried by Model C schools. And he knew that he had men and women behind him that are committed to the idea of seeing black children succeed in their lives. MEC, as we celebrate your profound leadership because of your belief in black young people, you believe in that because the youth see too many examples of people in leadership, authority, and positions who are self-serving, who are simply indifferent to the economic reality and transformation challenges of this country. And this is what the MEC had a huge concern with, that it can't be that we continue to do deals and do deals for us and forget that we have a responsibility to impact the life of ordinary people. And he would have said to the team that I think the idea of making this thing work continues. He would say to Chuta, he would say to December, you can't drop the ball. We can't drop the ball. This thing has to happen. The idea of setting targets does not disappear. The idea of setting targets continues. And the idea that we are going to deliver on those targets continues. And this is what he would say to you. He would say to you, remember that with anything that is worth cultivating takes time. You must be diligent about taking care of what is important. You cannot always see and understand how things and ideas grow and manifest. Sometimes this happens quietly without fanfare. And this is what the MEC would say to all of you, that the struggle continues. That the MEC said one day the Free State will produce 100%. And I think that goal still remains. And good luck to the team. And I think we will always be there to support the Education Department around the goal of turning education around.
Program Director, the Chief Mourner, Premier Dukwana, Minister of Education, NG Mutsecha, Deputy Minister, Speaker of the Legislature, members of the Provincial and National Parliament, Waruti Baka, Kamu, all protocol observed. I stand here representing the partners who have worked with the Department of Education, but primarily Kagiso Trust and Kagiso Shanduka. I'm not alone. From our board, we have got Mr. Andrew Maralak. I have seen other partners, great educationists, philanthropists who make a contribution to education in our midst. on whose behalf I speak. The CEO of the Cyril Ramaphosa Foundation is here. I've also seen Tate Sizwe Nkasana. Today we are gathered here to remember the life of Tate Makgoe, something we did not think we should have to do very soon, Mr. Program Director. Mr. Simply the Best, as he was and will continue to be known, was a vibrant, passionate, dedicated man whose actions demonstrated a commitment to ensuring that no child under his watch was left behind and providing the opportunity to access quality education. The province's matric results over the last couple of years are proof of this. We all also know how he was building the pipeline by focusing on the foundation to ensure sustainability. At Kagiso Trust and subsequently Kagiso Chanduka Trust, we were privileged to have had the opportunity to work very closely with Tate Makgoe for the past 14 years. Our first engagement with Tate Makgoe was in 2009, where as an organization we were exploring opportunities to expand what we call the Bears Nodi Whole School Development Program in the province, which we piloted for 2 years in secondary schools. We were amazed by his vision for education and passion for uplifting his educators, as well as motivating learners. He made no attempt to disguise how proud he was of them when they stepped up to the plate and would go out of his way to acknowledge their performance. Tate Makgoe was the kind of person who could really inspire people to give of their very best. No matter who you are, you knew you were in the presence of greatness wherever you engaged with him. Celebrating the achievement of his province in the education space proved that he believed in the capability of South Africa's education system. The South African child, especially black, that it just needs to be uplifted, supported, and guided in the right direction for the benefit of the country. As we gather here today, paying tribute to the late Tate Makgoe, we can hear the voices of the Lord in Matthew chapter 25, verse 14, 30, to those people who had used their talents well. Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. I share this parable as surely we cannot argue that Dr. Makgoe, in how he lived his life, illustrated characteristics of the first and second servants who put their talents to work and doubled the value of the property with which they were entrusted. When we started working in the Free State, we started with 10 schools. Once the program started to bear fruit and it was clear that the desired results were being achieved, Tate asked us to do more and more, which included taking on new schools, building critical infrastructure in the form of maths and science labs, administration blocks and libraries, which were only provided once the schools showed an improvement in their results. Again, Tate was at the forefront, encouraging all education stakeholders to give their 100% commitment to driving teaching and learning in the schools. He was adamant that no black child should be left behind and should be given equal opportunity to those enjoyed by their white counterparts. There was never a prouder moment for Tate than at the annual Well Done function held after the announcement of the excellent performance of the Free State coming #1 nationally. As I conclude, I reflect on Tate's words on the occasion of Katie's 30th birthday. As Kagiso Trust celebrates 30 years of successful empowerment of poor and marginalized South Africans. We want to take this opportunity to thank this organization for making an indelible impact in the education of children in the Free State. Through the Bears Nodi Schools Development Program, they have been working with schools and government to transform underperforming schools into centers of excellence in learning, focusing on management, strategies of the school's curriculum, and the accountability of schools' governing bodies in the province. While his wishes were for our organization to continue our work for many more years, it is one of our deepest regrets that this will need to be done without his valued support and enthusiasm. This was a life taken far too soon, and we owe it to Tate Makgoe to ensure that his legacy continues to encourage learners and teachers every day in every way. May you, Dr. Makgoe, rest in peace to rise in glory. In our hearts and minds, you will and you will always remain number one, simply the best.
I have an opinion that the posture of the program director started to change when he saw iPads that are carried by the speakers. Ke le dumedisa bohle ba kopaneng mona mabitsong a mararo a tla nna boko ka o sa feleng la ntate le la moga le la moya o halalelang. Amen. Ka lebitso ke Neo Mahlako ke tswa kwana Valley University of Technology. Premier le Minister of Basic Education, I think it's right that it was by courage, the sense of duty, and a keen feeling of honor in action that Dr. Makgoe excelled in his duties. Comfort thereof is what I wish to give to the family, to the friends and colleagues. As far as beauty is concerned, Dr. Makgoe was awarded his diploma for chemical engineer in 1982. And chemical engineer is not this one of Madubula and Mahonatsohle. It's a proper qualification. It's not those chemicals that you do at home. So his interaction with the university came when he acquired that diploma. And that diploma was acquired in the height of apartheid time, when the university was white, when the inclusion of black individuals within higher education was limited. But in spite of all those particular challenges that he was faced with, he was able to acquire that particular qualification. It was thereof befitting that in 2018, the university bestowed to him the honorary doctorate. And this is where I differ with the friend Ndate Neo Senior, insofar as the reasoning behind honorary doctorate. The honorary doctorate is not for asking and giving. Honorary doctorate is for individuals who have distinguished themselves among their peers. And for the university, Tate Makgoe was one of those particular individuals whom he was befitting to be bestowed with that particular honor. So it was not for the purposes of buying his face. It was not for the purposes of dishing out that doctorate. It was because of the transformation that he has made in schooling system of Free State. By and large, everyone is proud to say that he's a matriculant of Free State, and it was because of his own doing. By and large, Free State, even though in other news or other parts of the news might come under a particular cloud, but we know as a matter of fact that come December or January, Free State will shine. And all that was because of his work. In his poem, Achilles wrote, "In our sleep, pain which cannot forget falls drop by drop upon the heart, until in our own despair, against our own will, comes wisdom through the awful grace of God."